Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Lowdown. My name's Peter, and tonight, well, I think it's fair to say we've got a show designed especially for the ladies. That's right, we're looking at celebrity bridal trends, and also love is in the air at the cinema. But to start the show, well, we sent Mel along to a celebrity hairstylist to find out what's hot for brides this season. Now, I was going to do this piece, but they said no, Peter. I guess I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yes, so week number 2, and I am back. It's celebrity hairstylist Neville Ramsey in our very own Sunderland. And last week we looked at the guys, but this week, well, we're looking at some blushing brides to be. So yes, we're back, week 2, with our very own and very gorgeous celebrity hairdresser, Neville Ramsey. Now Neville, we've left the men behind, and we're on to the lovely women this week,
aren't we?
The men
have gone, and we're on to our brides this week.
Blushing brides.
Absolutely, we're going to talk about the latest trends and what's happening on the wedding front. We're working with our model here, we're working with Hannah. What we've done is we've preset her hair, and what we're going to do is we're going to work in very vintage. We're finding now the whole bridal look is very vintage. We're looking at vintage frocks, shorter. I think a lot of the bigger meringue type dresses have gone. And we're finding a lot of the younger brides who are coming in, they're not opting for the chignons that they used to have, the hair up. It's a lot more down, a lot softer waves, 50s, 40s waves. If they are wearing hair up, it's a lot softer and a lot more natural. So rather than these old chignons that used to be rolled in, your French pleats or whatever, we're working it a lot more softer. Absolutely. So with Hannah's hair, what we're going to do today is we're going to work in so it's nice and soft. Then we're going to bring it back into a very soft low ponytail, and then we're going to work in some really soft 40s, 50s rolls to give a real strong vintage look for that. That complements the dress that we're wearing and the whole outfit. So again, a lot of brides, what we tend to say to them is, 3-4 months beforehand, work on the condition. It's photographed, it's there for life. So making sure that your hair's trimmed, the colour's done a couple of weeks before the wedding, and you're working on conditioning. So the condition, the colour, on camera makes a big difference. So always work on, don't neglect your hair, make sure it's trimmed a few weeks before the wedding, and make sure you're working on the condition area of the hair.
So it's months out.
Yeah, the preparation, it's like anything, brides work 2-3 years in advance, venues, dress, everything. So, and hair, I always say the most important thing, it's the dress you never take off.
So this is look number 1. Look number 2.
Again, we've worked with the wand. We've created a lot of movement and curl in that, Mel. It's all preset, ready to be brushed through. What we're going to do is just very softly, so we've got a hair up, we've got a hair down, so we've got to brush it in a very soft waves to give a very 40s, 50s look. And again, that complements the vintage look and the dress she's wearing. So we pop back in a bit, and I'll be almost finished with this, and we'll go and chat with makeup.
So 2 looks, but both inspirational from the vintage.
Absolutely, which is so bang on trend.
Well, you carry on with this, and I'm going to go and check the makeup and see what's happening over there.
See you in a bit.
Now, over to the makeup. We've left hair for now, and we are with our very own elite makeup artist, Amanda Bell. Now, Amanda, we're not doing guyliner this week, are we? Or mascara?
No, we are moving on to brides today.
With some gorgeous girls. So, we've heard about all the 50s look. It's very vintage inspired. That's going to be the look this season. That's the hair that's what we're going for today. So tell me about the makeup. Walk me through the makeup steps to finish off that look.
So what we're going to do to really complement that is look at something that's kind of vintage inspired, but really has a modern twist to it. So the kind of clients that I have are asking for something that's a little bit more dramatic these days, rather than a really natural look to the makeup. And so to kind of merge that with the vintage look that's popular now, what I'm doing is a really beautiful Sophia Loren inspired, Audrey Hepburn inspired look, so that we're looking at the winged liner, but it's soft. It's a smoky brown instead of the black. We're looking at peachy skin, so it's really radiant and really bridal, really fresh, really beautiful.
Yeah, so I've sneaked behind the scenes while the hair and the makeup's all getting prepped, and I'm chatting with Karen Bell, the editor of Belle Bridal magazine. Coincidence? Yes. Karen Bell of Belle Bridal. I'll not forget that one.
You won't, no.
So tell me all about the dresses. What's in fashion? What's in trends this season, this year for brides to be?
Well, with Belle Bridal, we tend to explore fashion more than anything else. This year, pretty much like last year and the year before, there's a huge trend and a nod towards vintage. I've got two here, which are from a local company called House of Mushki.
Right.
She started up at the same time as Belle Bridal, so we have a lot in common, and she's now an international label, and her dresses are a really modern twist on a 50s classic, which are big again and were last year, and I guess will continue to be. But other trends this year are kind of your sleek, modern, cut out, laser cut. Simple gowns are big this year as well, but I'm using these today because it's a Sunderland company and they are hugely popular in this area, and you'll find them in my magazine.
And the magazine. So obviously these are, you say, the 50s inspiration, that they've got the shorter length to about the knee, is that about right?
They go to the knee, or you do a slightly longer length. Mushki does. She does a slightly longer length, which is just above the ankle. But the great thing about these dresses is that they're suitable for all ladies, the larger lady. They're great, and they're very flattering for all sizes. So I think that's one of the reasons why they're hugely popular.
Right, so one of the main themes this year is definitely vintage and going back to the 50s.
Vintage with a modern twist.
Now, so the lips. So we've moved on from the hair and we're back over to your corner now. What are we doing with these lips?
So lips today, there's a couple of different trends with bridal makeup lips. And so today we're going for bright. You know, we've got really fleshy like we did before.
Right, okay.
This is a real statement lip for the client who wears a strong lip every day and wants to then carry that signature look into her bridal look. So what I'm going to do today though is really show you how to then take that to the next level by highlighting the lips and really making the lips look fuller.
Okie dokes.
Okay.
To hair. From one to the other, from one to the other. So you're brushing this all out.
What we do is we look at this, we preset it again on the wand now, and all we're doing is we're just now teasing this out very lightly with a bristle brush to create shine and softness, just to create those lovely 50s Hollywood glamorous waves. So all we do is just working through the hair, as you can see, just brushing out the curl, and that gives us that beautiful.
So this was done, like you said, with your wand, your magic wand.
My magic wand, which creates the most beautiful curl and movement, and it helps to create those beautiful, barrel curl it, helps to create those beautiful soft waves. So again, as I said earlier, it complements the dress, and so many brides are now opting for hair down.
Hair down rather than hair up.
As long as it complements the dress, you know, if a bride comes and says, I want to have my hair down, and the dress doesn't work with the hair being down, then say, you know, we need to work it up, or half up, half down. So it complements the whole look, so we get it from the dress and we get it with the hair. But with the dress that we went today, that lovely vintage, off the shoulder, this will just create these lovely soft.
So you brush piece by piece out.
Section by section, just very gently brushing out the hair to create these lovely soft waves.
So waves have been brushed out, combed out, and it's left this gorgeous, as I say, Grace Kelly look.
Softened it now, we've combed it out, that's create that lovely soft wave, organic waves.
Love it.
Beautiful. We'll put a shine spray on for it just before we put the dress on. We get a lovely shine spray on to give it a lovely glossing over the top.
There we are, so makeup, hair complete. Now it's time to see what the whole look
final look.
looks like. Well, there we are, end of week 2 with elite makeup artist and celebrity hairstylist. And you've created 2 very blushing braids. That was stunning. It really was.
Beautiful.
So we've seen the looks from start to finish and what the overall pieces look like. Absolutely amazing. But next week, what have we got?
Well, we've got a special one next week, Mel. We've got 2 ladies with very, very long hair. So we're going to see a complete dramatic makeover. So that'll be fantastic.
Exciting times ahead. Next Friday.
Absolutely, next Friday.
So there you go, folks, some fantastic hair, and weren't those dresses gorgeous? Join us after the break where we find out what's hot at your local cinema, and we've got the week's best bloopers. See you in a bit.